I come to the LCS, so maybe I'm gonna get a first time matchup. Maybe the enemy is gonna pick, I don't know, Dr. Mundo and Darius, and oh well, I gotta play against this.
Hey everyone, my name is Darius, and we're on the 8.11 patch, where the bot lane picks are made up and the meta doesn't matter. How does it feel to play bot lane? First it was Heimerdinger yesterday, and today it was Lux. What is going on here?
I mean, the meta is whatever the players feel like it's meta, right? So the meta is just the meta until someone finds something that beats the meta, and then that becomes the meta, right? So basically, now weird picks beat AD carries, and people keep playing AD carries against us. So I just keep playing weird picks, and we're just winning. So that's basically really, TLDR, what's happening.
But I mean, Lux and Heimerdinger, of all champions? Heimerdinger?
I mean, why not, right? Like you said yesterday, I don't think Splice are any bad team, nor anything. I think, like, besides Fnatic and G2, I think them and us are the teams that have the more chances to go into Worlds, and we just smash them in the face. So I think they are not a bad team. So if it works against them, it's going to work against lower teams.
So what's the logic behind it, though? So I guess Heimerdinger plus Fiddlesticks, for example, is really to push in lane, to get early advantages and just snowball from there. But isn't it also kind of a strategy where if you don't get a significant advantage by like 10, 15 minutes, you're just basically going to lose the game?
But I am the one playing them, so I will always get an advantage, right? Like, for example, we played against ADs, and like I don't think Kobe and Steelback are the greatest. Even more on laning phase. I think their laning phase is quite weak. Mm-hmm. And basically, it doesn't really matter my matchup that much. Even like last split, I think I was doing really fine against them on laning phase mainly. And basically, like those are picks that just are good in the meta. Like if you can, like those picks, you can flex them, you can do a lot of shenanigans. Like right now the meta is like they pick Irelia first pick and you're like, well, where is it going, right? Is it going top, mid, AD, support, jungle? You don't even know it, So right now it's just about mind games, finding the best matchups ever, and it's just about winning the game, and we're doing that pretty good.
I feel like at this point it's easier to ask, are there any champions that can't be played bot lane right now?
I haven't found one yet. Like, if I'm the enemy scouter for our team, like I wouldn't even know. Sometimes I'm playing and I just press a random button on Ranked and I just play whatever it gets. Like, you just gotta try and see whatever fits your style. Like I've seen, there are still people playing ADs, like they've been playing Lucian and Ezreal these weeks. Reckless played Janna. I knew that pick. Well, others like I think Rocket today played Ziggs. Like everything works as long as you know how to play with it.
Yeah, I mean Ziggs kind of like was already in ADC bot laner before, so I mean that's kind of different thing. But like Heimerdinger is still. It's like, that said, Misfits went with two traditional ADs, so for Draven and Varus, and really smashed both of their games. Look insanely strong right now. Isn't that kind of a testament though that traditional ADs can still work in the right hands and stuff?
Everything can work, like right now, like I don't think any team in the world right now knows what works best, because the patch was really big and it changed a lot. And like people in solo queue, they started playing this Taric Mastery comp, which is really weird, but it works if you play it properly. Then you have like the standard comps with weird picks bot lane, with weird picks like jungle mid. Like the people just play a lot of random stuff right now, right? So you still don't know really if your strat is the best. Like as long as it gives you the win, and as long as you keep like playing good and having like comfortable points and strengths to win the game, it's fine, right? But I think right now no team in the world knows exactly what's the best. Neither do I.
Right. So do you think that even the Koreans, because we've seen like Faker go on Taric and stuff and fail sadly enough, and Blossom getting the E somehow. I don't know why they decided on that, but is it weird to witness, and do you feel like the state of the league globally has never been as close, given the fact that nobody really gets what's so amazing?
I mean, I think the state of the league is good right now. Like I've seen a lot of people complaining, mainly AD carries, that I'm AD carry main, why I can't play AD carry, but we're bottom laner players. We're not ADs. And the truth is that mid laners have to play assassins, control mages. They've been even supports, like Lulu and Karma. Jungle's the same, top lane's the same, and support's the same. Why wouldn't an AD be able to pick AP or even tank or support even? So I think it's a great addition. It really makes you be really wide as a player. If you have big champion pool, if you have good knowledge about the game and how to play the game, then it doesn't really matter if you pick AD, if you don't. Like, the concepts are always the same: push to win, you kill the Nexus, you get the W, right? So that's basically what matters, and I like the league right now.
That said, isn't it super hard to kind of convert? Because like CSing is a huge part of being a bot laner. It was for a very long time, and now you all of a sudden pick Lux, and auto attacks basically feel like they do no damage at all. Wasn't that a huge thing that you really had to grind out and learn, and wasn't that difficult?
I mean, even last split I played Ziggs, right?
Yeah, but Ziggs autos still do some damage.
Yeah, but like mages, control mages autos, they're really low. Like, it's always like 50, 80 or something like that. But to be honest, with the items nowadays, like, you get Dark Seal, you get Lost Chapter, you get infinite mana almost on bot lane. So basically, you can spam a lot of spells, and people, like, even I sometimes, I come to the LCS, so maybe I'm gonna get a first time matchup, maybe the enemy is gonna pick, I don't know, Dr. Mundo and Darius, and I gotta play against this, so I have to choose not the champions, all the champions, and try to know the matchup, how it works, and how can I explore the weakness of that matchup, and that's what matters at all. So it doesn't really matter if my autos deal 50 damage or not. Like, I just get the CS, like, I'm AD main right, I'm really good at right clicking, and that's about it.
Has on-stage draft become more stressful because of that? Because you have, like, realistically in previous situations, you can always go like, okay, we expect them to draft this and this, we can scout them and stuff, and like, usually you get the stuff that you expect and can counter it, but now you're like, oh shit, they just picked Lux bot lane. What are we gonna do? Click this, I guess it works, maybe.
I mean, it becomes kind of a cocktail, right? It's like, you really can't predict the team, right? Like, for now, we can't even predict ourselves. We just have this champion pool, and then you're like, oh, this champion is good here, or maybe this champ. Oh, we're gonna quadruple flex this champ. It's like, it's really random right now, and other teams are doing that as well. So it's really hard, and it's just all about mind games and seeing what team has the better win conditions and easier ones as well, and then just execute them to full fit to win.
Is this the real prophecy that I think Skara once said it, or was it PewDiePie maybe? Your enemies can't know what you're doing if you don't know what you're doing.
It's some sort of that, but I mean, we know what we're doing, right? Right now we're
to an extent.
we're winning games. That's what we're doing right now. So it doesn't really matter if people think our playstyle is weird or not. Like, even last split, it was we defied the odds. Like, people were playing full late game, we were playing full early game. It doesn't really matter what other teams are playing. You should always play on what you think is good.
Very interesting. Now, after the match, and the cameras are rolling, winning screen, everyone's talking and stuff, and I immediately see Ghillie go up to Yamato and immediately they start talking, and like Ghillie's like gesturing and stuff, and obviously they're discussing some things about the game and stuff. What is Ghillie's role in the team? Because from an outside perspective, he really looks like he's properly stepped up and become a leader, in a leader position almost.
I mean, Ghillie is the jungler, right? He is the guy that controls early game mainly, because early game it doesn't happen that much of an action. So basically what you need to keep track on is where the enemy jungle is, where their jungle is, where you can put pressure on, right? Like the basics of this game. And basically it's Ghillie's job to do that, like laners are just communicating, I have pressure, I have that, I have this. And basically you work with the jungle, and that's basically what he does. Like, normally more mid-game, late-game calls is more cowboy shard, and sometimes I do it. Like, it's like everyone can do it. Mm-hmm. Like, you just, normally the guy who's ahead, who has the advantage, who has the pressure, is the one that is coordinating this, because it's way easier if you're the guy who has pressure. You're like, I'm going to push this wave, we can pressure in 30 seconds. It's way easier to say it if you're the guy that can push it. So that's basically it.
Okay, we talked about this a little off cam, but let's put it out there for the viewers as well. You're obviously Portuguese. You got to see the amazing game against Spain. Personal predictions for the World Cup and any besides Portugal winning, of course.
I mean, I'm not that big of a fan of football. Obviously I like it, and words are words, right? But basically, I think like some teams are gonna do really well. Mainly, like I think Spain has really great potential. Spain is that team. Spain is like misfits. Spain is the team that either does really bad or does really well. And they started well. I think, in my opinion. Like I think Portugal is also a great team. They won the last European Cup, if I'm not wrong. Even though it wasn't the greatest win, but still,
win is a win.
Win is a win. So basically, like I think Portugal, Spain are going to do really well. Argentina has good possibilities, like Argentina, like all this kind of stuff. And well, I guess I have to root kind of for France because my organization is France.
Right, so. Technically. I mean, I don't think they would be mad, but France tied with Iceland today. Interesting. That was.
Well, everyone has bad days.
Yeah, everyone has bad days. But World Cup. What did I want to ask? I already forgot. Well, that's unfortunate. Oh yeah, do you have any bets within the team? Because you have very different nationalities within the team about the World Cup.
Between the team, not that much. Like basically, me and Jizuka are rooting for Portugal. Jizuka
doesn't have a choice.
I think Berg is like German pride. Yamato doesn't really care that much. But I guess Sweden is there, right?
Sweden is.
I think they qualified, really, yeah, but they qualified.
Yeah, I think they're in the same group as Germany. So.
So I guess Yamato is rooting for Sweden, and then the rest is like full French because French organization.
They look pretty strong indeed. Of course, I hope that Germany will take it all. But anyway, anything you would like to say to the Vitality, to the Attila fans out there? Also, actually, why did you change your name? Because I know, but maybe some fans don't.
Basically, my nickname was chosen when I was 14 years old, and I mean it was a really long time ago, right? It's been 8 years, and when I chose it, it was like I didn't even know esports was. I think esports wasn't even a real thing yet, And basically, I just kept playing, and like there was one time that I just realized, hey, I'm really known, and I'm known by this nickname, and I was like, I tried to change it like a couple of times and all this stuff. And basically, the reason why I chose this name as well was because my ex-brother-in-law taught me the game, and he taught me how to play as well. So it was like kind of an honor for him. But he's an ex-brother-in-law, right? So if he's not with my sister, he's not really connected to me at all. So basically, I thought it was good to change, Like, it doesn't really belong to me. Like, if he was with my sister, it will, in some sort of, but since he's not, then that nickname is not mine anymore.
Hi. Well, I'm glad we covered that on camera as well, because I read the Twitter post you posted about it, but some people might not know. Yeah. Anything you want to say to the fans?
I mean, it has been 2 really interesting days. I really like this meta. It's gonna be really interesting for the upcoming weeks if they don't change these patches or they don't buff really a lot AD carries. So I hope you're enjoying our gameplay so far, and I hope to bring you even more wins.
Week 1, Vitality going 2-0, name a more iconic duo. This was Attila and Darius from the Shotcaller. Hope you had a good day. See you then. Hey everyone, this is Darius from the Shotcaller, and I hope you just enjoyed that video. This is a generic end card, of course, so make sure to click here for a different interview, or here for a different interview, or about here to subscribe to the Shotcaller. We very much appreciate your support, and see you guys next time. Bye bye.